What if the next big smartphone upgrade isn't about the hardware you can see, but the software you don't? That's what's happening with the Galaxy S26 Ultra. Samsung is not just preparing its next flagship phone, it's building the software behind the scenes before the device even gets close to the launch stage. A recent discovery on Samsung's over-the-air update servers shows a firmware build labeled S9 for 8USQUOAYG8, tied to the model number SMS9 for 8. And anyone familiar with Samsung's naming pattern knows this is the Galaxy S26 Ultra. It means Samsung has kicked off development for the top-tier model of its S26 series lineup. Even though the phone itself is still months away from hitting the market, the software team is already getting their hands dirty with Android 16 and One UI 8.5. That's a strong signal that the development cycle is well underway. Now, this isn't just about tweaking icons or making smoother animations. This software could define the entire user experience for the Galaxy S26 Ultra. What makes this even more exciting is how Samsung's timing aligns with its usual release schedule. The company tends to launch its S-series flagships in January or February, so the timing of this early firmware is pretty much on track for a launch around January 2026. While this news is about the software, there's already plenty of buzz around what kind of hardware this phone might pack. According to recent leaks, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is expected to feature the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite processor. That alone hints at a serious leap in performance. The phone might also come with a 5,000 mAh battery, which should be good enough to power through a full day and more. What's more, Samsung may finally be pushing its fast charging speeds past the usual 45-watt ceiling, which has been a bit of a limitation for past models. The camera is also getting attention, with talk about a main sensor that has a wider aperture than the one on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. That means better low-light shots and improved depth in photos, something content creators and photography lovers will appreciate. But again, the interesting part here is the timing. Starting work on software this early in the development process gives Samsung more room to polish and test every part of the user interface and experience. It also hints that Samsung might have some features planned that go beyond what's typical in an Android upgrade. One UI 8.5 on top of Android 16 might bring smarter multitasking, more efficient battery use, or even tighter integration with AI, which Samsung has been leaning into more recently. All this behind-the-scenes movement points to one thing: Samsung is preparing for another big launch, and they're starting with the foundations first. It's like laying the groundwork for a skyscraper. You might not see anything above the surface yet, but something big is being built. Whether you care more about battery life, camera upgrades, or just having a smoother experience when switching between apps, what Samsung is doing now could affect how the Galaxy S26 Ultra performs once it's in your hands. And if the leaks are right, we're looking at a phone that's going to push every limit, starting from the code that powers it. If you found this update helpful and want to stay ahead on more news about Samsung and other top tech stories, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.